Hey there, it's Imran and you're watching Imran Plus. Welcome to my non-spoiler review of Don't Look Up. This review is part of my Best Picture nominated review series, which is my reviews of all 10 Best Picture nominated films for the Oscars. You can check out my full playlist with all of my reviews linked right above, as well as in the description box below. And while you're there, make sure you click that subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming videos and so you can help this channel grow. All right, let's get started. So you've probably seen Don't Look Up, as most people did, since this film was one of the biggest films on Netflix at the end of last year and beginning of this year. And I think it was actually one of the biggest films on Netflix ever. But for those of you who haven't seen it, this film is about two academic astronauts who are on a media tour to warn the world of an approaching comet that will destroy the planet. And it's not lost on anyone that this film is meant to be an allegory for the COVID-19 pandemic and how it was responded to. In the face of a cataclysmic disaster, in this film, the United States is not responding proactively, responsibly, and as a result, face serious consequences. And after the past few years that we've been in this pandemic, I think this world is extremely relatable and a very real future that we might find ourselves in. And so even though I found this film to be comedic and entertaining, I did also find it to be unsettling and uncomfortable due to how authentically it portrays and satirizes many important people that you question have too much power. Like this felt like I was just watching the news at some points. And despite enjoying some parts and moments, there is an underlying anxiety throughout the movie that taps into the underlying anxiety and stress that many of us are in real life. Things are just so difficult as it is. There's so much going on and so much to think about and so much to be informed about that sometimes we want to watch a movie to escape from it. And this movie is not an escape. So watching this film just brings all of those frustrations together and puts them in your face. So that was an interesting experience. So you should know that before going in. This is a classic Adam McKay film. From the writing to the directing, it is satirical and comedic. It's entertaining, but it's also very real, and it has some really sharp jabs at people and institutions and just the way that the world works and exists now. So if you're into that kind of stuff, then you're gonna really like this movie. Like if you've seen any Adam McKay movie, then you know his style, and his style is very much present here. So it's entertaining. I had a good time in watching this movie, but it also was, again, very real because we kind of are living through a very toned down version of this, but you can see the parallels, which again is intentional on the part of the filmmakers. So in terms of the cast, there's a very large cast here with lots of cameos and like small roles that are sprinkled in throughout. So I'm not necessarily gonna go through each of the characters because they don't have a role throughout the whole movie. At least a lot of them don't. They just have like really small supporting roles or cameos. And so let's talk about the main characters. I think everyone does a really good job. Leonardo DiCaprio, Rob Morgan, and Jennifer Lawrence are kind of the leads here, and they do a good job. I like Leonardo DiCaprio's performance here, but his character really annoyed me in the second half. He makes a choice that if you've seen it, you know that I just really didn't like, but again, it's so typical. Like, you're just like, of course you would do that. Like, I just was like mad at the character, I guess. And so that really put me off of his character. I was like, I don't really care about you anymore. And then Jennifer Lawrence is kind of like supposed to be the people who I guess are so like want to do something but can't, and then kind of just are defeated and can't really do anything. And I think that character is supposed to be like a lot of the audience members who, you know, are stressed out, worried, and like see a lot of the writing on the wall with certain situations, but then don't have any power to do anything, or people won't listen to when they use their voice and speak up. And so I liked her character a lot. Actually, I could relate to her. I think if I were in this scenario, I probably would be in the same spot as her. So Timothée Chalamet also, there's a part of his character that I was surprised was a part of his character, but I was like, you know what, I would be doing the same thing as you in this moment. So I like that part. I think Kate Blanchett also is really good here. This is another role that she has in a Best Picture film, but her Nightmare Alley performance is amazing, but she's good here as well. She's always good. Jonah Hill, I think, was really good. He is funny. He brings a lot of the humor, and so if you're a Jonah Hill fan, you should definitely check this out. I really enjoyed watching him here. And then similarly, playing his mother is Meryl Streep, who is also playing the president. And it's pretty obvious she's supposed to be like a version of President Trump. So, and like this is supposed to be a Republican administration. And I think they get a lot of things right. And again, if you don't like satire or parody or even some truths put in there about the government, about like these institutions, these people in power, then you probably will get annoyed with this movie and you won't like it. I did enjoy it though, and I thought Meryl Streep's performance was pretty good too. As I was editing this video, I realized that my recording cut off and I didn't get the rest of my review, and so that's why there is a difference in quality. So sorry about that. I hope it is not too bad. So back to Don't Look Up. What are this film's Oscar chances? Well, it's nominated for 2 main categories, Best Picture and Best Original Screenplay. And personally, I don't think it has a chance at all to win Best Picture. I'm actually surprised that it's nominated, to be honest, because while I did find the film entertaining and I had a good time, I don't think it adds anything new to the conversation or is artistically strong or is doing something new. Like, I don't think there's even a good message because the film mostly just points out a lot of problems that many of us are aware of, and it kind of highlights it and puts it in our face, but there isn't really any solutions offered, so it is a bit dull and dismal, and that's okay. But I don't think the film itself in its message or its delivery is just as strong as some of the other films that are there. So I personally wouldn't put it in a Best Picture category myself. However, I do think that Adam McKay and this film have a decent shot at winning Best Original Screenplay after they won at the WGA Awards. And so maybe Don't Look Up will win Best Original Screenplay there. I know there are people in the industry that really like Adam McKay's writing, and so maybe that might push him over some of the other competitors and get him a win there. If not, I think his only chance might be to win film editing, but that isn't one of the main categories. So between the two, his best shot is Best Original Screenplay. I don't think any chance this is going to get Best Picture. I would be shocked if it does. So those are my thoughts on this film. I know most of you have probably already seen it. If so, what did you think of it? Did you enjoy the film? And would you have nominated it for any more Oscars? And do you think it should win any of the ones that it is nominated for? If you haven't seen the film, will you be watching it? I think I would recommend that you do check it out. It is a good time, and it is relevant to what we're going through right now. And I think that if you like Adam McKay, his style, if you like anybody in the cast, then you'll have a good time and you'll enjoy this picture. But if you don't really like to be reminded of some of the stuff that's going on in our world, then you would be fine skipping this out. Again, like I said, it doesn't add anything new to the conversation, so I wouldn't say that this is a must watch. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great time. Lots more videos coming soon, but in the meantime, make sure you like this video and subscribe. Click the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and don't forget to share this video with your friends and fellow movie enthusiasts. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.